Yippee! Everything's working. There's the ping. Look at it. That is not what? None of these connections are good. Okay.
Gr8, get ready. Can't turn down a fan.
Back on the beat.
Yeah. Alright, call your breast. Even better news. Not best. Some nice armor you got there. I thought the tail would prevent that. Yeah. I kind of forgot about it, and then instead of trying to salvage it, I realized we don't have any live questions anyway, so... Here we are. It'll be a small stream. Do you want to hit the button? Yay, nay? You wanna not waste my time? Mashing. Never mind. That's not this is how I was getting. Nor is that the button I hoped I was getting. Punch! Fair enough. You got these? Nope. But what if that was mashing? How about Louis? That's not brass.
I expect a rain from you.
Now you're flying out. One more time.
What if I did dash up pillar express? What if I didn't get bent and I done that left? I just did it again. Nice job. Probably would have one more damage to the HC, but whatever. It's funnier this way.
One more time.
You're in.
This battle is all in the mind. Let's rock.
I just wanted to dash up and block. assist. Really? I am not. I tried to get Dynamo 4 different times. But what if? What if? Oh, it was OTG. What a fun and cool character.
One more once. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Yeah, no, I definitely wanted up forward back jump, not up forward call assist. That's not. I guess that doesn't work. Curious. Hey, Fiona.
One more once.
Now.
Cameras rolling. Action.
don't know how I got that side. Or how I didn't get my super.
Come with us quietly then.
Now you're cooking with gas. One more time. Let's do this in one take. Action.
My bad. Nothing allowed. Assist. Cool copter. Counter hit. I'll call you up for jumping. Really? Jump again. There we go. As far as I can tell, no one else is filled the intermediate lobby. I have a ping, so make sure real quick, but yeah, ping completely unrelated. Okay.
One more once.
So you can fight mid.
This battle is all in the mind. Showtime.
Right. No level 3. That. Yes, I really want to all shot there, not up for jump light punch. Good night. Stop. Jump there. Kind of meh. This week kicked my butt. There we go. If you're hungry, you should eat. What are your dinner options?
One more time.
They're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
I definitely want an Ellie up there. What? What? I thought that was an ult of 4. Wait. Don't. The stream didn't hiccup at all when I did that, right? Is this what I think it is? Yep. Okay.
Egrets, get ready. Counting down a fan.
Back on the beat.
For my kingdom.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
What? No. Okay. That's the match you want. Is it? Interesting. Instead of ping.
One more time.
Target confirmed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Right, that doesn't work. Ben eats it. Corner with you. That's not. Oh, barely got space. That, right, that's not his launcher. My SSJ. Right, not playing duo. Die. What direction did it allow me to input that? I see. Okay, uno más, and then we'll just get right into things.
One more one.
Target confirmed.
And action.
Doesn't have to go. Whatever. That's not at all what I input. I... Okay. That is not what I thought you did. What do you mean, how could I? I've spent the past week losing to this. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, screen. I thought I'd catch it while it's still active. Did not get anything I wanted for like 20 seconds straight. Let's get this event going. But yeah, no, I can't have everyone and their mother counterpick me with the stupid assist. Like, of course I'm gonna play it just to prove a point. Yeah, brass. Pair has tools to deal with it, but when I don't have options to countercall it, it makes it very limited. So, getting sick and tired of playing against it in like half the games I play. Things are pinned. Neither player asked for anything in particular, so just general things. Yeah, I don't know. I like creative team building. I like seeing things I haven't seen before. I like seeing unique interactions. I like a game that encourages people to think. And then the band-aid solution to just be a better player is to throw brass on. Like, L and L doesn't bother me as much. And honestly, for everyone who uses L and L, I feel like they're missing out by not using Copter. And I know they serve different purposes, so like L and L is still a really good assist, but like, oh. Alright, we got all the gamers in here. And I hear a storm in the background, so surely my power doesn't go out. That would be the perfect end to this week. I mean, Eliza's probably my second best character. Just Butcher's feels so bad. I do not like the startup it has. If I had another assist with fast startup with Butchers, I might like it a bit more, but the main Eliza team I played was Parasquiggly Eliza. And Cremation and D&B are both relatively slow. So I feel like Spiral does Butcher's job on Brass, oftentimes. But you can call it a lot more preemptively, so it really depends. But oh, dash and blow. Doing a little bit too much jumping on offense. Think about what you're threatening when you jump. It's nothing, unless they up back. And then you're kind of threatening air throw. Did we not attack? No. Overhead. Okay. Umbrella decision making. Why'd we get to full into Z to reset? And if the plan was to reset, why did we go into satiated? Ideally, you save Rav till you reset just in case they block, so you play Rav afterwards. These frame rates. You save Rav until you, till you reset, so you can react to what goes on, and then you cash out instantly after getting the hit, which part of that involves needing Undizzy to cash out, and you left yourself know. Snap. This isn't gonna kill. You should have snapped. You're letting yourself get robbed. Go forward. You don't necessarily need to press the issue, actually. I would honestly call your assist to just eat that. Yeah, I would call your assist to eat the wall. I mean, Spiral just hits it for a while and puts up a wall. It's kind of hard to mess with unless they're like Eliza. Or have other good disjoints to kind of check it. You just block the Brass, call the Eliza as the Brass is coming, where she doesn't get hit, and then she kind of just... It's the same theory with Copter and Hairball for counter calling. It's really good. And I tend to like Spiral more because it's more wholly versatile. To the corner. You gotta beware. Plain and simple. Oh, cool. Our power just flickered. Surely it's not just gonna completely go out. Again, I would call an assist to eat this. Because now you have to deal with it and hold the projectiles afterwards. Well, she's sitting that assist, I would probably just shoot her, honestly. Pull out the loser. Like that. Yep, I agree. That works. Hope you did that on reaction and not on prediction, but...
After you.
This battle is all in the mind. Let's rock.
I'm pretty sure your 2 light kick carries your dash momentum. So you can use that to low profile. Other than that, reflector is an option. You can usually just jump over them if you can low profile them. This is not open while you know. This is the event. Or, oh, if you're talking about the thing, no, training wheels named it. Emir blocks reflector, but it doesn't block the eyes. For some reason. But yeah, put out Emigrit to eat the hits. Yeah. So, Fated, you're gonna have to get used to dealing with 8-shot. You can try and reflect it. I'd recommend just trying to move around it, low profile it. And brother, if you notice your opponent's kind of just stuck, not doing anything versus 8-shot, try and take some space, because they're kind of just sitting there doing nothing. Especially if you know how to do dash 8-shot. Do that. Hit. Oh, can't use this too early. Fated, when you're gonna use your reflector to buy you space, IMO, you need to use it to actually take the space rather than sit behind it. Yeah, you're a little too early there. That should have been a full combo, brother. Shot, dead, snipe, monster. Too far away, okay. You gotta figure out better ways to go in. Especially in Rav, Umbi's got the movement, she's got the buttons. You just gotta figure out how to navigate your opponent's options. Two medium punches are really good low profile for a lot of things. I mean, even just dash blocking as a start, that's better than what you're doing. Yeah, Umbi can approach in the air, it's just a bit more linear, so it's... But especially if it avoids a projectile, by all means, go to the air. Oh, 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 oh. We just saw this happen earlier and didn't learn our lesson. Why are you taking backwards? You use it to buy space, get yourself the space, hit it, force her to block that. Okay. You're buying yourself a ton of time with these reflectors and doing very little with them. Okay. So, it's a weird set to give advice for. Faded, the biggest thing is gonna be, honestly, even just go in lab and, like, find the situations where you're at full screen and 3/4 screen and not pressing forward. And just do replay takeover and see what does and doesn't avoid things at certain ranges. Because you're gonna need a better answer to H-shot spam than just reflector. So figuring out ways to low profile it or the timing you need to jump over it will be very important. I know double's really annoying to approach, but that doesn't mean a better solution is to just not approach her when you don't have the life lead. So figure out how to avoid her Lugers, or how to low profile them, or how to whiff punish them, which is, again, is hard. The doubles are really annoying a character to approach, but you have to find ways to move forward. Otherwise you're not going to make progress. Your reflector, big thing for reflector usage is honestly just, if you're going to spend the bar to get some use out of it, make sure you get your bar's worth out of it. So don't sit behind it, moving forward not at all and going for tongue twister full screen. Don't sit there behind it and not fix your hunger if you need to fix your hunger. Don't use it to push forward, or like use it to push forward and then get your eyes on your opponent while they're on the ground, because then that also buys you time to then move forward after the fact, because they have to hold that ticking time bomb. I feel like those are honestly the biggest things, besides just routing. Saw a double snap, or saw Happy Birthday into double snap drop twice in the exact same spot, so figure out what you either need to change in that route or figure a better route out. It looks like you probably just need to delay the snap, to me. But that's also not a route I see very many umbies do for Happy Birthdays, I think. Yeah. I think those are the biggest things for you, Faded. For a brother, got to see a decent chunk of your offense. If you can't kill the solo and you're finishing out a combo snap, get rid of their red health. Big thing versus solos. That can get you... That makes it so much easier for them to come back. And it can avoid chip out situations, or checkmate situations. Because for the record, even if you're confident you won't get hit, if you use an assist and they snap it, snapping an assist as a solo still gives you, I think, 1/3 of your red health back, as opposed to snapping the point, which gives you 2/3. But that can save them. Like, that can genuinely save them. Can y'all hear the storm in the background? I know I don't have audio filter on this, I'm curious. God. Lovely. Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with today. Storm is very angry. Besides that, especially like versus solo, but just in general, knowing your ways to deal with reflector and eat it before your opponent can buy too much time with it. So calling your assists. Again, especially versus solo, you're like, okay, my assist will eat it. You have no assist to then push the advantage against me. And then you can kind of just play neutral from there. Like Training Wheels was saying, you can call Emigrit to eat the hits of the reflector itself. If they hit the reflector before it goes away, it will not block the eyeballs, so you can still get sticky grenaded. Keep an eye out for that. Beyond that, your Parasol, if you want to get really nitpicky, can do better about detonate confirms, especially because you have double mid, so Det Sniper Monster is very, very, very strong. Highly recommend. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Yeah. Had some more drops on all your characters. So again, just combos, consistency. Well, not again. For Faded and for you, combos could use a bit of work. A couple of the resets went a little finicky. Didn't get to see you just reset the Umbi in the air all the time, which is something I feel like you should have been doing a bit more. Because that's how you get the Umbi to not play the game if they just happen to guess incorrectly. Yeah, I feel like those are the biggest ones. Oh yeah, if your opponent is really stuck and not taking space versus your zoning, see if you can cheat some space and like keep pushing them back to their corner. Take the space you're given, especially as Parasol. Double honestly too, except her zoning's not quite as threatening. Doesn't have the same reward behind it. But I feel like those are the biggest things. No, it's not the best advice, but fortunately that set was a little scuffed, so it is what it is. Training wheels versus Maid. And y'all know the deal. Just to reiterate, any more questions, ask in chat, or if you're watching this at a later time, any more questions, do a yell, and I will gladly answer them in the Discord. Meanwhile, you just get Storm ASMR, I guess. Oh my god. Yep.
Defeat me.
Alrighty.
Everybody warmed up? Showtime!
Patience. That should be a punish, alright. Call your EPSS got stuffed. That's not what you wanted, was it? That's not something. Unless you have a very specific reason to use 2LP instead of 2LK, I highly recommend using 2LK. It's a much better button for Google. Feel? Glue stick. I respect nothing. I would have much rather you kill the character because then all of a sudden the duo's playing solo, and that's a big difference. Take him to the corner. Yes, sir. Use the aura this lightning's giving you. Oh no! Really? You're right. Oh, that should be a punish. Both y'all, please. Why that? Yep, there you go. They're not dead, are they? You probably should have done this earlier. You get very little reward out of this now. I disagree. You want control of this game. And I don't think you're getting the life rate through zoning. Unless they get hit. I'll play training. I'll play training wheels. Yeah, I don't like fishing for the neutral chip out situation. I would have much rather you played a mix and mix them in the air with a meaty.
Let's do this in one take. Showtime.
Footsies. Scaled like crazy. That was definitely supposed to be H-clone. That sucks. That also sucks. Trying to make sure a tree isn't coming down on me. Chattel. Dragon Bait. Jeez. I think you could have killed both of them there, but this is definitely the safe route. Huh? I do not like that type. There are very few things that meets. I think you're much better off just letting her die and playing incoming. Because her dying like that almost guarantees puts you in a checkmate situation if they punish it properly. Because you're kind of coming in into SBO and drill, which is so close to chipping you out just with the health you had.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime.
Fail? Maid, you have not one strong recommend though. Huh? None of that was what you wanted. Pressing in DPSs. turn throw. By the way, I appreciate the vision. Timing was off. Oh, we got a combo off these. Falling to flight. DC get hit. We shouldn't be push blocking cat heads. Unless you really need to absolute guard it. If you SBO there, you might be able to get both. Oh yeah, no, 2 OK goes under.
Defeat me! Ha! Don't be ridiculous.
It all depends on your skill. Action.
Get her out of here. To the corner. No! What are these drops? That was not what you wanted. Really like that awareness, man. Huh? Also, why don't you just do up drill? Up drill on SBO. Is there more damage? Oh, G your charge. Yeah, they've shown they're pressing a ton. You're airbound, so they don't get a combo. Defense and. The reason they're not taking anything to the corner here. Oh, that's awkward. One less chance. Get them to shoot a shot in your face. BFF, BFF, BFF! I think BFF even beats the DHC there. Could be wrong though. Snap her in. Needed to do it a while ago. Snap her in, guarantee chip out with a meter spend air super. Catch her before she hits the ground and can do anything about it. And then it's just a solo Annie, who also has to deal with incoming. Your Fugua, you can spend meter pretty aggressively hitting assists or forcing chip out situations. It's one of your best applications for your super. Spend that bar. To confirm is what I would say. Try it again. We could be a bit more optimal with our confirms. you just jab there. Pop, pop, pop. Drill, SBO. Oh, another drop. Up, back, up, forward. Very predictable jump trajectory. Up, back again, because you're scared. Squiggly likes jumping. Squiggly does not always need to be in the air. She has decent ground buttons, and when you have bar, you can threaten things. Sing! No, you didn't have punch or kick charge. You didn't punch charge. Oh, you had punch charge. That's a sing moment. I get a her confirmed. Uh-oh. If they ever do that all shot in your face, you have SBO as an option. Oh. Combo. Same side meaty mid. Call them out for pressing buttons at the drop. Leapfrog, leapfrog, leapfrog. So, I know it's the end of the set. Oh, it's not quite. But major thing to take note of is you were getting checked on approach. You're dashing forward and trying to press a essentially melee button, and they're sticking something out in the way. So what you can do is dash up, stop short, and then either whiff punish them or call them out with a better space button. So you can be preemptive there with 2 HP, or you can dash up, wait for them to whiff, and then press 5 medium kick. Whiff punishing is the harder option. Usually being preemptive is easier in this game because it's decently fast paced. But yeah, so think about ways to check people who are checking you predictably. Because your approach was a bit linear. I'm gonna run at you. And they would see that and they'd go, okay, I'll meet you there. And their button would be out first and you'd get counter hit. So, food for thought. Besides that maid, I kind of want you to look at your routing a little bit more. You're doing a lot of lights pretty early in combos. Fuqua shadow resets, it is what it is. I mean, you're just going to be scaled and that's the end of it. It's sad, but necessary. I feel like you don't really call your assist to layer your offense much. You play offense somewhat solo, which makes sense because you used to be a solo player. But start thinking about reacting to push block and calling your assist to force them to block, as opposed to throwing your whole body into it. Will help your offense a decent amount. Besides that, you kind of treated the floor like lava in scramble situations. Even when you were plus. You can stay grounded and present a button rather than leapfrog over them and then like, oh, I've used both my double jumps, I guess I have to L-dart and like try and salvage it on the way down. Fuqua can zone against Para. They're both just like... Again, I view that matchup as whoever has to approach is having the hard time because they both kind of are good at annoying each other. Beyond to that, with Squiggly knowing situations where you can low profile things or avoid things, so like you've got really good low profile on 2LK, and so you can use that to avoid assists among other things. Silvercord is a hit grab, so it puts you in a throw animation, so you're invuln, so you can use that to avoid assists. Same thing with Daisy. SBO has a couple frames of invuln, so you can use it to kind of smooth criminal through some things, especially like shot. For Fuqua and Squiggly in the Parasol matchup specifically, if they're doing L shots close enough to you in your SBO range or your BFF range, use those 2 supers. If they're not doing true block strings into it, or if they're trying to just get cheeky with it in zoning and like mid-range, if you're looking for it, it is reactable. Tell them to stop. I feel like those are the biggest things for you. And the drops, especially after certain DHCs. Drops were tough. Also going back to routing, if you're going to use Fuku at level 3, you want to use it as early as possible. The more you scale it, the more sag it is. For training wheels, you're pressing a lot aggressively. You weren't getting punished for it as much, so I'm not going to hold you to it. Although, one thing where you should be pressing more, especially like mashing, Maid has a really bad habit of doing full block string into clone in your face. None of those are true block strings, and if they do anything other than L clone, you can usually jab and kill her for it. And then H are slower. L is weird, and I forget exactly like how big the gap is sometimes. It really depends on spacing, among other things. But that is a habit to kill people for. Being really L clone, or like clone heavy on block in general. Same way people can kind of kill you for being too L shot heavy on block. You do not have to hold all that nonsense. You held it for like 20 seconds straight in one of the games. So go into training mode, or replay takeover, and just see what buttons do and don't work in which situations, and kind of take note from that. Because you kind of caught on at the end when they did stun heavy kick M clone, which is like the slowest option in your face, and you're like, oh, let me just grip ya. But like you can challenge that a lot more. You also had some drops in your tag routing. It happens. Specifically versus any team IMO. Like, I can see arguments for greeting for wanting meter. The main situation I almost never value that option is if I can bring that team down to its last character. Getting rid of the ability for alpha counter, for DHC, for even just simply using an assist. For duo, it's quote-unquote losing half their team, but genuinely it's more like losing 75% of your team. Losing access to all of those mechanics is really bad. So if you can kill, don't greed for that meter, don't greed for that extra reset. IMO, just like, unless you desperately need that meter, if it's like a timeout situation and if you spend, you don't have enough time to kill the next character. More often than not, killing and putting them on their last character is the correct choice. It is a very, 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 very important thing. And so you went for one extra cross under reset, the Fuku got away, and they were able to DHC out, and it was just like, well, I guess I die. It might have been the one game you lost, I don't remember fully. Besides that, you rely on DP assist for defense a decent bit, but I mean, it's a DP assist, so yeah. What else? Oh yeah, your double kind of just didn't do anything for stretches at a time. Get some hitboxes out there. Place a 2 HP, place a 5 HP, throw the gun out. You kind of just dashed and double jumped over their head and then just did that a lot for like multiple seconds in a row in a couple of the games, which isn't really presenting a threat. And especially if they're giving you that much space, get used to just like dash up low throw. Put the pressure on if they're letting you. Don't just kind of like pretend you're gonna punch them. Just actually punch them. But I think, unless y'all have any other questions, that'll honestly wrap us up for this evening. It's a miracle didn't have any power go out. Okay, yeah, questions later, you know the deal. Shoot me a ping. Hope it helps. Y'all know the usual deal. Wednesday, Be Great tournament. Thursday, VOD review. Mix Masters. Tuesday, Danison hosted through Mix Masters. Big thing. Big thing. Big thing. Tomorrow. Bracky. Charity Bracky. Hosted by Hunter. Signups are still open. Go sign up if you want a game. If you want a chance at bank. If you can, throw a little bit in the pot. Every little bit helps. Only if you're comfortable doing so. Do not go broke donating. Yeah. It'll be a good time. There's a lot of good gamers pulling up, so show them some love. Oops. There we go. That's the right overlay. I say right before I'm gonna have to change it again. Throwing up the video. Seeing if there's anyone to raid. Have a good night, everybody.
And my spectator.
That's okay.
Oh, nice! Ooh!
Oh, we avoided
Let's go.
it. Nice.
Oh, let me see it.
Hey,
Here's the combo.
Hey.
you finished this. They died.
That's somewhat of a combo,
Nice.
yeah.
Hey, they're dead.
We're missing a few more parts to it, but hey,
Yeah.
We got Abomination.
It's like we have some bombos, but like our knowledge of the mechanics of the game are not exactly there just yet.